to a Robot Adventures review of a TV show. So I filmed this last night after just in one big piece after the video I just posted about toxic masculinity and hating on Star Trek and Doctor Who. So there's a link to that video somewhere. If I remember to put a link, I don't know. And yeah, so I just chopped it in half and didn't have an intro for this, so this is the intro the next day. And in editing that video, I noticed I was wearing my Star Trek shirt. So I'm a big Trekkie head. I'm a Trekmeister. That's not the term. That's not the term, Reuben. Hi. Can't I? This video that you're going to watch is brought to you by an active god. Just watch the video. You're like, oh shit, that happened? Oh shit. Yeah, I kind of rambled on a little bit at the end there. I think, this episode of Star Trek was good, and I want to start maybe reviewing the videos, the episodes, because I like it. I really like the sci-fi and stuff like that, but I want to bring it at at a non-polarized perspective. It's very easy to just like, oh, I'm on team I hate Star Trek, I'm on team I love Orville. There's no real in between. It's like, oh, that's good. This way, it's kind of like love hate, which is silly because the hate should be directed at orange baby head government shutdown. Yeah, not at TV shows. So I want to do that, and I was kind of taking it, making this all in one shot, one go. I don't have a script. I'm just speaking off the top of my head, and so basically at the end there, maybe I'll add an extra ending, but basically at the end, I think there is a lot of room for development, and they leave a lot of questions unanswered, and there's a lot of room to play with, a lot of storylines they can follow. So I think it was a good first episode to the season, and I'm excited to see where it goes, and because they set up a lot of things that might pay off at the end, which is a good thing. So season 4 Orville this week versus Star Trek episode 1. Orville episode 4 versus Star Trek episode 1. This week, Star Trek was a better episode. Orville was good. It was a good show. I liked it, and I liked Orville. But the Star Trek season premiere was a better show, I think. Oh, fucking controversy! Fuck you! You can't like this one over that one? You can't have an opinion? So, hey Reuben, why aren't you sitting in front of the screen telling me your opinion, and then so I can watch someone talk about something? Yeah, because that's kind of boring. You just sit there and look at somebody. It's pointless. Unless you're showing me something. Hey, look at this figure. Hey, look at this thing. Hey, look at this. You know how TV, the shop at home programs work? They have the item they want to sell you, and they rotate it around. Because that's the thing that they want to sell you. Sitting in front of the camera, let me tell you, blah, 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 blah. Only tries to sell you, that person. Well, this is my opinion, and please focus on my face. Well, that's kind of silly. So, yeah. Anyway, I think, yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of excited. I want to do the Orville review of episode 4 after this. You can't, it was a good episode, but it did have its fucking weak points. Episode 3 was like face palming, like, oh. But, like I said, smart people have to do stupid shit to move the plot. So, I gotta think of a good acronym for that. Yeah. So, sit back, don't watch the video, and yeah, let me know what you guys think about episode 1, season 2. I know SSJ, my good old friend, robot, friend, didn't like the Klingons, and didn't like, it was a new twist on Star Trek season 1 and stuff like that, and he didn't really get into it, and that's cool. But yeah, if it's like, hey, let's watch Star Trek, or let's watch some whatever fucking, I don't know what TV shows are in America. Or Teeny Bop Show, or some fucking crappy fake reality. Oh, The Bachelor. That's a show, right? That's still a show, right? Let's watch that. I would rather watch the sci-fi show than some kind of crap like that. So yeah, the people don't like it, and some people, it's like, a little bit, not really into it, and that's cool. That's cool. But I kind of look beyond some of the weak writing and get into like, oh, was that entertaining? And it was good, and it was entertaining, and so yeah, I understand some people don't like it, and that's cool, but I'm a big fan of it all, and I'll consume it and stuff like that. So and I want to bring you that kind of perspective, going like, oh, that was kind of stupid, and I'll be honest with you, both shows have stupid shit. And but it was good, and we'll see how the writers can take it. Will they be clever and like whip it around, and then like setting up this thing and at the end of the original series and the end of Next Generation, when Picard's show comes around, how that time travel mechanic works its way around back into Star Trek Discovery, and how all of those shows are twisted in together. That would be like, wow, okay, so then that means that happened there, and then that's that, and that's okay, that all kind of works. That would be clever, smart writing. And we hope that is the case. And so we watched the show, and it was like, okay, what are they going to do? Because right now they set up this world pre-TOS to somehow develop into the original series, and they've got some issues and hurdles to get over, like why wasn't this in the original series? What happened here? And how did it become this original series if it's a continuous timeline? So that's going to be interesting to watch, and I think this first episode has set up some of those some of those threads that are, maybe going to be developed, and some, that's what we're hoping for. If it's shitty writing, it's like, oh, well, they just like cut it off, and then the Klingons just change because of no reason. Well, then that's weak shit writing. We're hoping they don't do that, but we'll see. That's what, and I'm optimistic. Goodbye. So yeah, and so that's what I was kind of getting at the end of the review, when I was just thinking of, off the top of my head, where the line's going, what it's going to happen, and stuff like that. So anyway, watch the thing, and let me know what you guys think in the comments, and I'll try to bring weekly videos of the TV show alongside some of my other projects that I'm working on, because I like doing stuff. But yeah. Alright, goodbye. Watch the video. Bye-bye. Alright, so I want to talk about Star Trek Season 2, number 1. And I thought it was good. It was good. Good. I would give it maybe I'm going to say about a 7. 7 out of 10. 7 out of 10. It was good. It was a good start for the season, and they had some shit points. And you know what? I really like talking about this stuff because I really like sci-fi and stuff. And I'll probably start making some Orville videos, but yeah, there were some plot holes, and there were some things like, that was a little bit weak. But I thought, overall, it was a good start to the season. And it was like, wow, it had a lot of really nice action, and it moved the story forward, got everyone kind of in place, and was like, all right, we're ready to go. So I kind of like that. So it started off with the Enterprise getting shut down, and Pike coming over, and they had to, he had to take control over the Discovery. And some background info on this season, and some things that I follow because I'm a Trekster. I'm a Trekkie head. I'm a Trekkie check at you. That's not the term, Ruben. I know. So Star Trek Discovery is being sued by a maker of a video game who published a lot of things on blog, and talked about a bunch of sci-fi components of his game before Discovery aired. And I don't know how much, when the production started and stuff like that. But a lot of the components of his video game were like the tardigrade, and like the characters, and there was like the gay couple, and the Burnham, and they had so many similarities. So and that lawsuit was allowed to continue. It wasn't just thrown out. So it's like, okay, well, they're moving forward with that lawsuit. So, having that in the back of my head, I was looking at, okay, season 2, we're going to fucking kick it into turbo. Come back. And, so, they go into the engineering section, and they talk about the engine, the propulsion system, but the writing conveniently doesn't talk about the tardigrade and his way of warping and stuff like that, and they just kind of ignore. They don't specify those details. And I thought, wow, they're being very evasive with the language and not mentioning that there is a tardigrade that helps, warp you through. Earthquake! Oh, there's an earthquake. Oh, you saw that character fall down? It's an earthquake. Look at that. That's moving. I'm not moving that. Look at my glass of wine. Oh, it's kind of big. Yes, there's an earthquake. Okay, is it stopped? Alright, stopped. Living in Japan. Kenpai. It's still going, I think. Now it stopped. Okay. It's still going a little bit. Alright, so exciting earthquake adventures. So yeah, they kind of skirted around that whole lawsuit issue, and I thought, okay, well, I think they know that they're in trouble for plagiarizing, stealing that shit from the game creators. So they're like, oh, we're not going to mention any of that, and which I'll get to later in the review. Yeah, so the lead engineer is like, oh, I'm going to transfer out of here. And I thought, well, are they going to just try to get rid of everyone who had anything to do with the propulsion system and just bring in a new cast and like reboot the whole system? And talk about that a little bit later, but yeah, so Pike takes over. They go to one of the red anomalies, and the red anomalies, I'm thinking, oh, is that Spock's way into like red matter, or how are they gonna get this main timeline to deviate into the Kelvin timeline? Because you know that Kirk wasn't even born, and they had to get some time traveling stuff, and they're like, oh, there's all these red things, and then they're also introducing Pike and on the Enterprise, and also Spock was already there. So how are they gonna work it all together? And I was like, oh, this is interesting. What are they gonna do? So I thought that was interesting. I thought that was good stuff. If you're a Trekkie head, that's not the term, Ruben. Come by. There's an ambulance going around. Oh shit! Just as Democrats get money out of politics. Money out of politics. So yeah, that was really interesting. They're setting up some stuff. I thought, okay, that's good. So they get to the asteroid, and remember that the Romulans that came back from the future that made Spock go into the past and make the Kelvin stuff were miners, right? So that was a mining ship. So yeah, so I thought, well, okay, well, maybe we got something here. Maybe they're setting up for something good in the future. And I was like, okay, I'm looking forward to this. Well, what are they gonna do? Kenpai. And so they go down to the ship, and Oh no, they get to the asteroid. They track one of the red things. They go to the asteroid, and then they get there. And it's like, oh, it's an asteroid. Oh shit! And they're like, they warp in to that similar situation that Star Trek did when the first Star Trek, where they warped into the lightning storm in space. I was like, oh, and there's a big asteroid, and they were fucking, bunch of asteroids hitting them and stuff like that. It wasn't, the lightning storm in space. It wasn't the spaceship, but there was a big asteroid. And I was like, oh, okay. So, and they find a ship, and they're like, oh, we got to go down and rescue them. It was a lot of cool CG stuff, similar to like, that scene in where Scotty has to open up the door to let the guys into the ship, and it's like, oh, we gotta travel through all these asteroids and stuff like that. It was good. It was good action. It was like, wow, well, that's pretty cool. And Burnham calls back to the ship. It's like, hey, we got them, ladies, don't we? And because she's talking to two ladies, and so we got them, right, ladies? And it's like, yeah, we got them. And it's like, oh, well, you gotta if you're a sexist or something, like, oh, you gotta talk to ladies? Fucking, that's all fucking PC and shit. Do they say the same shit when, Kirk is going to, hey, we got him, right? Guys, hey guys, we got him, right? Oh, that fucking Kirk talking to guys? That's fucking sexist. No, they don't say that. It's only when a woman says, hey ladies, we got him, then it's some kind of sexist or something. I was like, all right, that's good. Because she's talking to ladies. So, I haven't seen, all of the reviews, but those haters just hate. And so they get down there and they find some survivors, a really cool scientist, and I was like, oh shit. And this scientist was like, oh, a human body is just a machine. I was like, yeah, that's right, Bubba. And I was thinking when they were going down there, I wanted them to meet like Scotty's like sister or Scotty's something, and that would have been cool as shit, tying, we got Scotty's sister on the Discovery, or we got something like, oh fucking hell, that fucking be cool as shit. I wanted to tie them, because that engineer was doing a bunch of fucking shit. It was like, oh, high tech and shit. And I was like, all right, she's cool. And I really want to see how she works in with, if she gets put into the crew, and how she's doing all of this shit, because it's way more intelligent, intellectual kind of thought-provoking, not a clear ending way of doing the plot, because you don't know what she can do, and she's like doing a bunch of stuff. It's like, well, where's that going to go? Where's you can't see the end of that. So I was like, okay. And I like that. It's leaving it open-ended, and it's like, okay, that's pretty cool. Let's see where they go with this and stuff, and so they get a bunch of those guys back to the ship, and that was good. And she also, Burnham needs, Tilly wants to get a sample of the asteroid, because it's all crazy kind of freaky waves and stuff like that. So she wants to get a sample of the asteroid, and Burnham's like, oh, I held this this piece of the asteroid, but the teleporter couldn't recognize it because, and then Tilda's like, it must be made of super magical energy something. And it's like, okay, cool, it's super magical energy something. And they're like, oh, we need to capture the super magical energy rock. And before it goes into the pulsar and gets destroyed. Where did this asteroid come from? I don't know. I don't know. They haven't explained that. But I think what they wanted to do is, because of the lawsuit, I think they just wanted to have another means of propulsion with super magical energy. And instead of using the tardigrade and hooking into the tardigrade and the man and the tardigrade unite, which was out of the video game, I think they just wanted, like, okay, we didn't do that. They want to introduce this new energy source and say, okay, this is the new energy source, and we're going to use this instead of the tardigrade, and now we can still do the super warpy, trippy thing, spin disc, something. And they showed the trailer for that, and it's like, yeah, spin disc, the first. So they're going to do it, but they didn't show that they're going to use a tardigrade. They just showed, like, okay, we're going for the trippy spin, again, teleport stuff. So I'm thinking they're going to use that new energy source. We're using this asteroid. And maybe they'll just go around, we need more asteroid juice. Get some more asteroid juice. And that'll be a means of, moving forward with the same ship engine, but without the tardigrade, and maybe skirting around the lawsuit thing. So, I really hope that they settle that lawsuit, or something, and pay that gamer, that creator, for stealing the shit, or some kind of settlement, something like that, and just move beyond that and say, okay, yeah, we had some bad authors, some bad writers who just stole some shit, they accept it or something like that, and say, yep, that was a bad thing on us. If you're coming at it like, no, everything we thought was original, that's the way that lawyers are going to come at it, but everything we did was original, and something, in the court of law, it might not be that way. And if it's proven, like, oh no, you pretty much stole all that shit, the court of law says that you stole that shit, then you gotta own up to it and say, yeah, well, we stole it, we settled, and we're sorry. If you don't do that, then you're like, oh yeah, the fucking corporation CBS is just a fucking bunch of thieves that will charge you all this money for something that they stole from another creator. Not looking good on the PR side. So at the end they capture an asteroid, and it's like, yay, we got an asteroid, woohoo! And there's another scene where they so there were a lot of nice scenes, and I don't know how the snowflakes will take a lot of the scenes, but the really annoying scientist who was questioning Burnham, and Burnham was like, you need to do this, on the way to rescue that other ship. It's like, oh no, he didn't listen to her. It's like, I'm not going to listen to you, and he gets killed. I'm like, yay, he was a fucking asshole. And the red shirt, and this is probably another thing, is like, oh, well, the red shirt was a female, and she didn't die, so that means it's sexist. Okay, well, she didn't fucking do stupid shit. And yeah, she lived, so that was good. No, the red shirt must die. No, the dumbass must die. So they broke that that rule. And oh yeah, and also the other silly thing I thought was the fortune cookie that that was like, oh, here's a fortune cookie, and they're like, oh, you join me, and so the little fortune inside the fortune cookie was in the ready room for the captain. It's like it was on the floor, and the captain goes, picks it up, is like, oh, there's a fortune cookie here, a fortune cookie strip here. It's like nobody fucking cleans the fucking shit. How do they not? It's like there's some fucking shit ass cleaners. So and in the fortune cookie is like the cage is not a prison, something something, and you know the first episode of the original series was Pike getting the cage. So I thought that was kind of a nice connection to the original series, but I just when I first saw him, reach down and pick up that strip, I was like, who the fuck cleans this shit? Nobody fucking saw a fucking piece of paper on the floor. I was like, okay, whatever. So anyway, it was good series, good show. I really liked it. I thought it was 7 out of 10. The animation was great. The special effects were really good. I thought they set up the new team well. They foreshadowed the new energy source. The tardigrade is gone. I thought they did a good job. Yeah, and next the trailer for the next one shows Spock. So we're getting Spock in the next one, I think. So that's going to be cool. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to the show. I think it's going to be good. They're going to try to cover over their plagiarism and theft of the first series, and trying to go forward with the new stuff, and yeah, it's good stuff. People act the way they act, and maybe the acting isn't the greatest, and some of the scripts aren't the greatest, but yeah, I thought it was good. It wasn't great. It was good. So yeah, and if they can figure out a way to evolve it into the Kelvin stuff, then I think it's gonna be really nice. When does Spock how does Spock get, or does this Spock get red matter, or maybe red matter isn't a thing or something, or I don't know what's going on with it's just who's doing what. And the ships for the mission to get to the stranded vessel where they picked up the engineer, those were very similar to the little ships that Spock had in the Kelvin series. So I don't know if that's where it started from, but yeah, they have a lot of things to play with. They have a lot of paths to go down, and yeah, as long as I stayed away from the tardigrade stuff, and they killed off the engineer's lover. So yeah, I don't know. They can't kill off Burnham, but yeah, if they can try to okay, we didn't steal, or we're gonna go for put a new new spin on it, go forward, clean. Maybe they'll be okay. And I think the first season lost a lot of money. So I don't know if they're going to use that in their lawsuit to say, oh yeah, we didn't make a profit from the first season, so even if we are found guilty of plagiarism, then we can't give you profits. We can't give you the money that we earned from the first season because we didn't earn any money. And maybe that's the way they're going to play it, so I don't know. Anyway, that was 1 hour of talking about Star Trek, and I'm liking it. I'm thinking it's good. Haters gotta hate. I'm not one of them. A lot of hypocrisy in hate-filled reviews. Yeah, Orville is good. It's also got a lot of weak points and stuff, but it's also average. Or maybe it's a little bit better than average. It's good. It's not great, but it's good, and it's a different flavor, and so you can like both series. That is possible. So. No, you must hate one and like the other. That's the only way to exist. Alright, guys. Thanks for listening. I know it's been a long part. Maybe I'll do part 1 and part 2. So, this is part 2. Or this is a big part 1. I don't know how I'm going to edit it. So, goodbye. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.